I'm not even knowledgeable on my history.
That is true, but I'm the same, and I don't give a fuck. But this is so this is the other thing that I wanted to talk about, right? Because we had a bigger topic about people's sense of belonging, because I find nationalism, and that's gotten a really bad word recently because people think of nationalism as being a nationalist, like a white nationalist.
Yeah, being overly patriotic and like this is my country and all this sort of shit.
Like I don't really get it.
What, you don't get people who are like that, or you don't get?
I don't get the core concept. Like, what are you not getting? Core concept? Because I think this is partly due to excuse me. It's partly due to how I am, because both my parents being Pakistani, they were born there but came here. I was born here. So I've sort of been raised like, I know I'm not like English.
Right? I'm exactly the same as you.
But I don't consider myself Pakistani as well. And that's when people get like really like defensive about their countries. If I'm like, I've just got spat out my mum in this region of the earth.
Yeah.
I have no, like, and in the same way, I understand that people have like, grandfathers and whatnot who fought in the war, and there's that link to it. So that I can understand a bit more. But people who are just sort of like, they take pride in being English, but they don't know what does that really stand for to them.
Yeah.
And I think maybe perhaps they aren't articulate enough or educated enough to articulate.
Yeah, for me, it's like, when people, like, say when, I don't know, I'm Polish, I moved here when I was 4, but like I'm kind of in the similar sort of boat as you, where it's like, I guess I'm kind of British, but I'm not a citizen here, like, but so I don't really I'm kind of in like limbo, you know what I mean? Even though I sound like I'm from from Brentford. But
that's the thing though, because like, you don't. Actually, I'm really bad at this. Do you look overtly Polish? Because I've known you for so long, I kind of don't really think about it anymore.
I don't think so. I don't know. You tell me.
Let us know. Does you look over? I'd say do I look overtly Pakistani, but I mean,
you're brown.
Yeah, exactly. Fell asleep in the tanning bed, didn't it?
Yeah. But no, I was going to say, so like, say if something good was to sort of come out of Poland or some sort of,
then you'd claim it.
No, but you'd be like, people would be like, oh, proud to be
Polish,
be Polish, but it's like, but your relation to the person who may have done that is no different to you. Like, you're born.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I see what you mean.
Just because you're born in the same territory of land doesn't mean that you, in some way, should kind of feel a bit more like, oh yes, my country. It's the same world. Like, people need to understand, like, we live on this planet, right? Where
we've just
we're
lost
all
a
humans.
whole secular right-wing listeners.
I don't give a fuck, but that's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter.
It's a reasonable argument.
Yeah, like we should stop seeing it as like divided sort of territories and see it more as like one actual unit. Like.
Yeah, but then I do equally, people who do want to see it divided, I'm very curious to know why or what benefit you think that has. Because I feel like the common argument is like to know where you come from. And this is the other thing that's been like sort of, because of the way I've been raised, I've been told, this is your culture. And I'm like, hang on a minute. No, this is your culture.
Yeah, you're just
what you're projecting.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I'm going to find my own culture. Like, even when I have kids, I'm sure they won't have the same
views as me.
Yeah, views, morals, beliefs. Maybe they'll end up being Christian. I'll be like, okay, cool. As long as you're not like hurting anyone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I sort of think, what would be their reason for keeping things separate? Then this goes back to that conversation we had ages ago on whichever podcast it was, when I was on Chat Roulette. That girl, and she was like,
oh yeah,
and she was like, she was like, I don't want to leave my country. I don't think anyone should leave theirs. And I was there like, fucking why?